Hello and welcome. So, if you could see, all these little Pokeballs here represent all of the 1026 Pokemon that are currently in the game. This is not including Mega Dragonite that was just announced yesterday. This is from generations 1 through 9, all stuff before Legend ZA. So, guys, I'm curious how many Pokemon I can name in 2 hours. I asked that chat, try not to help, but I really don't care if you guys jump in or not. So, you can see up at the top, I have a timer go. There's a timer that starts the second I type in the first Pokemon. And it is now 6 o'clock, so let's start the music. And jump right back in. Alright. Let's kind of do this in categories. I think the best way to do is try to hit every category. But first of all, we'll just do Flygon. Yep. Trapinch and Vibrava. Okay, fantastic. Now let's do starters. Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur. And as you can see, when you get a Pokemon that has alternate forms, they're automatically filled in. So that's fantastic. So then Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise, Charmander, Eowyn? Okay. Charizard. Okay. Pikachu. Pichu. Raichu. Eevee. And they were starters in the Let's Go game, so I'm counting them. So then Jolteon. Vaporeon. Flareon. Espeon. Umbreon. Leafeon, Glaceon, Sylveon. That's all of them, right? Yeah, that's all 9. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah. So then let's move on to Johto. Oh, wait. Bayleaf, Meganium, Cyndaquil, Lava, Typhlosion. And that also gives Hisuian Typhlosion up in the top right. So then we have Totodile, Croconaw, Gator, Feraligatr. Okay, yeah. Okay, so then Gen 3, Trico, Grovyle, Sceptile, Torchic, Combuskin, Blaziken, Mudkip, Marshtomp. And that gets us the Mega 2. Did we get Mega Sceptile? Oh, yes, we did, all the way in the corner. Okay. So then Gen 4 is Turtwig, Grotle, Torterra, Chimchar, Monferno, Infernape, Piplup, Prinplup. You guys will just get to see how badly I spell shit, so this is, fantastic. So then Gen 5, we got Snivy, Servine, a name I will never forget thanks to the anime. Superior. Oh, that's right. You know what? Since they don't start, let's get Victini out of the way too, because that's the first Pokemon in that area. Okay, so then we have Asha, what? Duat, Samurott, and then we have Tepig, Pignite, Emboar. Anyone singing the Pokerap themselves watching this? I will be honest, I do not know the Pokerap from my head, but that is a good idea. Okay, so then we have Froakie, Frogadier, Greninja, Chespin. Okay. The spelling is what's gonna N-A-U N-A-U-G-H-T. Oh, fuck. How do you spell chestnut? N-A-U-G-T. I know what it is. It's chestnut. Okay, there's no N. Got it. Chestnut. And then... Anakin? Shoot. Okay. Okay, yeah, I was way wrong on that. Okay, so in Alola we have Rowlet, Dartrix, Decidueye, then we have Litten, Torracat, Incineroar, then we have Popplio, Freon, Primarina. Okay, so that's all the Alola, and then, oh, Unknown is Meltan and Melmetal, because they're Gen 5. Okay. Galar, we have Scorbunny, Raboot. Oh my god, I almost forgot Raboot. Cinderace, and then we have Sobble, Drizzile, and Teleon, and then we have Grookey, Thwackey, A-C-K-E-Y? Okay, Thwackey and Rillaboom. Okay, and then Paldea, we have Brigatito, Floragato, and Meowscarada. Then we have Coco, Caracolor, Skeledirge, and then we have Quaxley, Quaxwell. See, what's gonna get me? I'm telling you, it's gonna be the spelling. Alright, so that's all the starters. What's the next, like, biggest category that we can do? So we did starters, we did evolutions. Let's do fossils. Omnimite, Amistar, Kabuto, Kabutops, Aerodactyl. Gen 2 had no fossils. Then Gen 3 we had Lileep, Cradily, Anorith, Armaldo. Gen 4 we had Cranidos, Rampardos, and then we had Shieldon, Bastiodon. Then we didn't have any... No, we did have some in Gen 5. We had Arkin, Archeops, Tortuga, Caracosta. And then we had, in Gen 6, we had Amora. I knew I was going to spell it wrong. A-M-U-A-R-U-S. Oh, crap. Aurora. A-U-R-U-S? I know it's Aurorus. I just can't spell it. Oh. I spelled this wrong every time. It's Aurorus. Okay, it's fine. Dracovish. Dracovolt. No. Dracovish. Arctovish. Dracozolt. Arctozolt. Arctozolt? Okay. Alright. So it's just Aurorus. You know I can't... Yeah, no, if I can't spell, you can help. It is Aurorus. The Pokemon I'm looking for is Aurorus. It evolves from Amora. And then let me also get Tyrantrum. Okay. Alright. Damn it. I think I've tried that one like 3 times. Oh my god, I got it. Okay, thank god. I got it on my own. Alright, so, let's see. Let's do legendaries next. So, Moltres, Zapdos, Kuno. Ooh, okay. Yes, Mew is correct. Okay, Mew and Mewtwo. And that's it for Gen 1. There's only 5. And then Gen 2, we have Suicune, Raikou, Entei, Lugia, Oh-Oh. I'm thinking Legendary specifically. I guess, you know what? Maybe I should just do Mythicals. So we have Celebi as well. I think that's it for... And then Gen 3, Knucklecrack. They added a bunch. We have Rayquaza, Kyogre, Groudon, Latias, Latios, Deoxys, Jirachi. I think that's it for Gen 3. I feel like there's more for Gen 3. Gen 4, we have Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, Arceus, Darkrai, Shaman, Cresselia, Manaphy, Fion. Okay. That's good for now. And then Gen 5, we have Virizion, Terrakion, Cobalion, Cobalion, Keldeo, Kyurem, Zekrom, Reshiram. Oh wait, Heatran. I forgot Heatran. And I forgot Regigigas. Regigigas. And then I forgot all the Reggies. Regirock, Reggie Ice, Reggie Steel, Reggie Eleki? Yep, okay. Reggie Drago. Okay. Got those. Sinnoh has so many legends, it's ridiculous. Gen 5 is a lot too. Okay, so from Gen 5, I've got the Swords of Justice, Reshiram, Zekrom, Kyurem, Victini, Tornadus, Thundurus, Landorus. Oh, I didn't do No, I did do Arceus. And then I have Enamorus, one of the most useless, fucking stupid things ever made. I hate it. I hate everything about it. I did forget some in Gen 3, I know. I'll come back. They'll come to me. I'm trying to think of, like, what you do in Gen 3 to get everything. And I'm thinking, like... Yeah, gotta name them all for sure. Alright. Gen 6, we have... Zygarde. Does that do all of the forms? Okay, it does do all of the forms. Okay, good. And then we have... Xerneas... Yveltal... Diancie... Volcanion... Okay. Alola, we have Solgaleo... Hypnol... Silvally, Lunala, Cosmog, Cosmoem. I'm trying to think, like, strictly legendaries, not Ultra Beasts, because they're their own category. No, they're not their own category, but they aren't technically legendaries. Zeraora. Zarude. Oh, that's Gen 8. That's right, that is Gen 8. I get those mixed up. Okay. There's more legendaries. Oh, Magearna. Aearna? Wow, I would have not guessed that if I didn't, like... Gen 5 is missing its mythicals. Yes, it is missing its mythicals. We have... Victini, and that's all I'm thinking of, because that's the one Max likes. There's so many legendaries in Gen 4 and 5. Okay. Alright, alright, we got some of Alola. Galar, we have Zacian, Zamazenta, Eternatus. I already did Zarude. There's so many forgettable legendaries that were relegated to just, like, tie-in events that don't have any gameplay attached to them. Hisui didn't add any new legendaries except for Enamorus. And then Paldea, we have Chiyu, Jianpao, Woqian, Jinglu, Miraidon, Koraidon. There's at least 2 more. Okay. Okay. Let's try to get as many Mega Evolutions as I can. So let's think of Gen 1 Mega Evolutions. So we have the starters, the fossils, the legendary Megas, and then we have Slowbro. So let me get Slow Poke and Slow King. We have Manectric, so let me get Electrike. We have Bennett, so let me get Shuppet. Other megas, we have Absol, which does not evolve. We have Metacham, we have Meditite. Gen 1 megas, what else do we got? We've got Pidgeot, so we have Pidgeotto. No, Otto. There we go. Pidgey. What other Pokemon got megas? Dragonite? Just kidding. What other Pokemon have megas? We have Gengar, so we have Haunter, Ghastly, Mawile. Early route megas, Beedrill, so we have Kakuna, Weedle. Early route, or not early route megas, but Gen 1 megas, Alakazam, Kadabra, Abra. What other Pokemon have megas? I'm trying to think of all the ones I've used myself, because a lot of them aren't very good. There's so many more that I know I'm not thinking of. They're just, like, so not used. Salamence. That one's used. So we have Shelgon, Bagon, Garchomp, Gabite, Gibble. Okay. Ampharos, Laffy, Mareep also got megas. I'm trying to think of ones I've used in the past. My Gallade, Gardevoir, Ralts. Okay, we're getting a lot of the Gen 3 ones. I just have no connection to Gen 1. It's really funny how true that is. I'm trying to think of, like... I know there's 16 Gen 1 Pokemon that haven't gotten any love since their introduction, and it would be 17 if I don't count Dragonite, because it just got love yesterday. So there's 17 out of the 151 that have not received anything since 1997. Kind of funny to think about. Houndoom. So, Houndour. All of the Pokemons. I know, so many Pokemons. I won't spend too much time more on Megas. I'll try to get as many as I can think of in the next, like, minute and a half or so. Trying to think of Megas that other Abomasnow. So, Snover. I wonder how many Pokemon I can name just from having played Pokefarm. See, I feel like with the amount of, like, Pokemon that I'm just invested in all the time, I probably should be able to name more than I am right now. But I will say 232 in 19 minutes is not bad at all. Okay. So we have... I'm trying to go through Pokemon that... Okay, we'll take a break on Megas. Let's do pseudo-legendary. So Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite. The Gen 2 is Larvitar. Tyranitar also got a Mega. Tyranitar, and then for Gen 3 we have 2. We have Beldum, Metang, Metagross, which also got a Mega that I wasn't thinking of. We already got the Gen 4 one from Gabite. Gen 5, we have Dino, Zvilis, Hydreigon, and then even though it's not a pseudo-legendary, I also think of Axew, Fracture, and Haxorus. Not a pseudo-legendary, but they make me think about it. Kalos, we have Gumi, Sliggoo? Okay, it's two G's and 2 O's. Okay. Goodra. And then Gen 7, we have Jangmo-O. Jangmo? Okay. Okay, we have Jangmo, and then Galar is Dreepy, Dracloak, and Dragapult. And then Paldea is Frigibax, Arctibax, and Baxcalibur. Okay. Alright, so I'm pretty confident I got all the pseudo-legendaries. Let's look at Gigantamax for a second. So what Pokemon got Gigantamax? So the Gen 1's got Gigantamax. Meowth got one. And then that would also... Persian. Okay. What other early route Gen 1 got a... So, Machamp. So, Machoke. Machop. Still missing that one between Blastoise and Pikachu. It'd have to be something in the first 25 Pokemon. Very early route. Butterfree. Caterpie. Okay, so then after Gengar would be something in the hundreds, because Gengar, I believe, is 92 in the Pokedex, and Eevee's 131, so something that's in that, like, mid to late game. Oh, not a Mega, but Heracross got a Mega. Pinsir got a Mega. Okay. Between Gengar and Eevee, Snorlax is after Eevee, but that got a Mega, so Munchlax. Trying to think of Gen 1 Pokemon that actually received love in later gens. Kingler. So, Krabby. Okay, that's one. And then there's one more Gen 1 Pokemon that got a Gigantamax form. Not a Gen 1, but Garbodor got a Gen, so rubbish. Okay, that's the one that's after, so that's good. So those are all the non... Other than this last one I'm missing, that's all the non-Gen 8 ones that got a Gigantamax form. Something between Kingler and Eevee. Kingler is like what? Like 100 something in the dex, and then Eevee's 131. Something in that really tiny frame is a Gigantamax that I'm not thinking of. Let's try to do after Gen 8. So we have Orbeetle, so we have Dottler, so we have Blipbug. Wow, so I'm thinking between the early... Oh, Corviknight. So we have Corva. So we have Rookie D. Okay. What other Pokemon in Gen 8? So we have Duraludon, Archaludon. We have Colossal. Something in between Orbeetle. We have Centiskorch. So we have Sizzlipede. Oh, I didn't add the stuff from Colossal. Carkol. Oh, crap. I know there's a K. I know it's Carkol like this, but it's... I'm not spelling it right. Okay, so... No, I know it's Car... Oh, there isn't... Wow, it's Car... That's a weird way to spell it. I would have done the coal, like the item coal. Oh, it's... No, it's not Eldegoss. Eldegoss does not get a Gigantamax form. I don't know why I almost thought that. But since I thought of it... Eldegoss... I will... How do you spell Gossifleur? There we go. Okay, Gossifleur. Okay, so something between Orbeetle and Colossal. Sandaconda? That's not the one in between them, but... Silly... Okay, one L. Okay. Other Gigantamax forms... Toxtricity... and Toxel. Okay, we're really missing the one in between Orbeetle and Colossal, the one in between Kingler and Eevee, the two in between Sandaconda and Colossal. I'm trying to think of the Gigantamax forms that were like... None of them were really, like... It's funny, none of the Gigantamax forms were, like, particularly, like, insane. I think Venusaur was, but that... Mostly it was just specific Pokemon under Dynamax that were really good. Okay. Trying to think of Gen 8 Pokemon in general, so you could kind of tell where I was good at Pokemon, which is... here. Something that came after Centiskorch. Something... Trying to think of Pokemon that... Okay, let's move on. So we did all of the pseudo-legendaries. We did all the legendaries, all the mythicals, megas, Gigantamaxes. Trying to think of other categories. Let's do the early route birds. So we did Pidgey and Pidgeotto. So we have Spearow and Fearow. Hoot Hoot and Noctowl. And we have Talos, Swellow, and we have Starly, Staravia, Staraptor, and then we have Pidove, and we have Tranquil, Unpheasant, and then Kalos we have Fletchling, Fletchinder, and Talonflame. Gen 7, we have Pick-a-Peck, Trumbeak, and we have Toucannon. Okay. Gen 8, we have the Rookie D Corvisquire line. Paldea, we have Wattrel and Kilowattrel, which is the weirdest. I like them, but they are the weirdest choice for regional birds ever. They're very boring. And I'm still stuck on that one Cantonian Gigantamax I'm not thinking of. It's got to be something that's I've probably, you know what the funny part is I'll check what it is and I'll be like, God damn it, I've used that before. I can't believe I didn't even think of that. And I'm not, man, I'm like really sucking with the Galarian Gigantamax forms too. I got like maybe half of them. What are other Galar Pokemon that got love? Oh yeah, Copperajah, Cufant. Okay. I'm trying to think of ones that major bosses use. Oh wait, Steelix got a Mega. So, Onyx. So that's another Mega I missed. There's there's two more Kanto Megas I've missed. Something between Gengar and Pinsir. And then something between Pinsir and Aerodactyl. Which there's not a lot of Pokemon between that, because Aerodactyl is like 130 something, Pinsir's like 120, so there's like 10 Pokemon in between there. Okay. Alright, any other Gigantamax Pokemon? Oh wait, Dreadnought, so we have Chewdle. Okay, oh, that's the one I missed. Okay, good. I'm glad I got that one. So it's two between Colossal and Sandaconda. Trying to think of... And then 3 after Centiskorch and Copperajah. And then 1 between Duraludon and Eternatus. It's kind of funny. Duraludon got one, but Dragapult, the pseudo-legendary, didn't get one. Not a lot of pseudo-legendaries got Gigantamax forms. Actually, none of them did. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think any of them did. Okay. Let's try to think of another category that we can do. Let's do baby Pokemon, because we hit a couple. So we got Pichu, Smoochum, so Jinx, Elekid, Electabuzz, Magby, Magmar, Magmortar, Electivire. Okay. What other baby Pokemon were introduced in Gen 2? Because it's a lot of them. Tyrogue, Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Hitmontop, Togepi, Togetic, Togekiss, Riolu, Cario. We got Munchlax already, I believe. Somewhere in... Yeah, there's Munchlax. Okay, what other Pokemon do you get on your... Cleffa, Clefairy, Igglybuff, Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff. Okay, there's those babies. Is there any other baby Pokemon that I'm not thinking of? Toxel we already got. That was the most recently introduced one. Last generation. I don't think there's anything else. I think that's the only baby... I feel like there's at least 1 or 2 more. It was a lot of Pokemon that got further evolutions in Gen 4. No, the game is not supposed to be Minecraft, but... I don't even know what it would be. Just chatting? I guess it would be just chatting. Okay. Alright. So now here's... I can't really think of another way to do categories, so let's just start going through the dexes. You know what? At 35 minutes, I'll start just going through each generation and see just how many Pokemon I can name. Just vibing, yeah, literally. Okay. So, any baby Pokemon that isn't the Pichu line, the Cleffa line, Igglybuff, Togepi, Tyrogue, Riolu, Toxel, Munchlax, Azurill, Marill, Zoo. Maril. Okay. That was one that I didn't think of. Okay. I think that's all of them. That's all I'm thinking of at the moment. Okay, any last megas that I could get in the next 45 seconds that I didn't think of? A Gen 2 Mega between Steelix and Heracross. What Gen 2 Pokemon got Megas? There's one that's not Ampharos, Steelix, Heracross, Houndoom, and Tyranitar that got one. What Gen 2 Pokemon got Megas? Okay. I was very confused. Gen 8. Okay. Alright. So it's 30. So we're 35 minutes in and we've named 346 Pokemon. Alright. So let's go through Kanto and just start naming as many Pokemon as we can down the line. So we got the early route bugs. So then Nidoran. Okay, did both. Nidorina. Nidorino. Nidoking. Nidoqueen. Then we have Paris. Parasect. We have Seal. Dugong. Staryu. Starmie. Magikarp. Gyarados is the other Mega I didn't think of. So that's the one that's in between Aerodactyl and Pinsir. So there's still that early one that's between Gengar and Pinsir. Okay, we're getting a lot of the later game. Porygon. Porygon 2. Porygon Z. Okay, so we got all of those. Oh, you know what? Since Queen is here. This isn't Gen 1, but... Alright. Okay, so we have the Brain and Bronze, we have Alakazam and Machamp. We have... Oh, Mime Jr. I forgot as a baby. Mime Jr. Mr. Mime. Mr. Rhyme. Okay. I was having to teach me solo battles, some work. Yeah, I did those the other day. The Primarina one was way more difficult than I thought it would be. Baby. Okay, I tried to think of the... There's a lot of Pokemon between, like, Mr. Mime and Magikarp that are just, like, those Pokemon that didn't get a lot of love in the first generation, but then they received love later. We got Smoochum, right? I think Smoochum was one of the first babies I did, right? Smoochum already named. Okay, I already got Smoochum. I don't even see it on the board, but it's there. Oh, there it is. At the bottom. Am doing good. Let's try to think of... Oh, Goldeen, Seaking... Okay, thinking of Pokemon that you fish up. I know it's not... Oh, Mantike is another baby. I know Mantine and are Gen 2 and 4. And so is Remoraid. Hillary. I don't know why I thought Remoraid went into Mantine. Whoopsies. Okay. Psyduck. Golduck, which Gold made me think of Gimme Ghoul. Golden Go. Okay. Okay. So some Gen 1 Pokemon. I know there's a lot that I haven't done. Let's do grass types. Oddish, Gloom, Vileplume. And then we have Blossom. It's that one. Stuck on those two that are between Mr. Mime and Magikarp. Tauros is that one. And Mr. Mime is... Okay, so Eevee... It's like one... Oh, it's Horsey, Seadra, Kingdra. Okay. Thinking of a lot of the water types in Kanto. We have... These aren't water types. I like how I say that and then completely name something has nothing to do with what I'm talking about at the moment. Geodude. Traveler. Golem. my third 3-star Lily. Yeah, I have 2 of those. I have 1 or 2 of those, I think. And I have 0 Guzma. I want the Guzma one. I get that let go to getting Laundry Shinx. I know, I was so excited when I pulled Laundry Shinx. Speaking of... Yeah, yeah, let's think of the TCG pocket cards that I'm missing. I completely forgot the Tapus when I was trying to do legendaries. I completely forgot the Tapus. Like, they just were like, whoops, never mind, they don't exist. You know what? Speaking of, let's do Ultra Beasts. Nihilego, Buzzwole, Pheromosa, Xurkitree, Poipole, Naganadel. Naganadel? Okay. Stakataka. Cephalon, Kartana, Guzzlord. Okay, I'm missing at least 1 between Xurkitree and Kartana. Trying to think of that image of all of the Ultra Beasts. So Nihilego and Stakataka are my favorites. Buzzwole and Formosa are like counterparts. Poipole's the only one that evolved. Stakataka and Blacephalon came out at the same time. Kartana, Guzzlord. What's the different areas that you can go to? Is that all of them? Okay. Is there any... And none of that... I thought some of that would help me get Gigantamaxes, but it really didn't. I thought it would. I think I got all of the... Okay. Alright, what other Cantoni... Okay, so let's look at Hisuian Pokemon. So we have Rufflet, Braviary, so then that makes me think of Volibee and Mandibuzz. What other Hisui? We have Bergmite, so we have Avalugg. We have Sneasel, Weavile, Sneasler. Yep. I had a shiny one on my team randomly. That was pretty cool. Okay. We have Petalil, Lilligant. And then we also have, that makes me think of its counterpart, Whimsy Scott. That's not how you pronounce its name, but I think it's funny. We have Best Doggo, and we have Bigger Best Doggo. My first priority, I want to see which full art. Now we fix the voice mod. Yes. Oh, well, that's good that it sounds like it's working now. That's good to know. Okay, then we have... Ursa, Ursaring, Ursaluna. Okay. And we have Scyther. That's the one that's in between that I was forgetting. Let's say Scizor, Leevor. Okay, so the bosses were Kleavor, Lilligant, Arcanine. Oh, Voltorb, Electrode, Voltorb and Electrode. And then that makes me think of other Pokemon in Power Plant. Magnemite. Magnemite? Magneton? Magneton. Nope. Okay. Alright. That could be another good one, regional variants. So we're the... Oh, Altaria is a Mega. So blue. Okay, any other Hisuian Pokemon that I can think of really quickly off the top of my head? Not particularly. Okay, let's start going through games where I appreciate characters. So let's do Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. So we have Phanpy and Donphan, weird playable characters. We have Cubone, Marowak. We have Corphish, Crawdaunt. We have Krogunk, Toxicroak, Wigglytuff, which we already did, Chatot. We have Dusknoir, so we have Dusclops and Duskull. We have Lapras. We have Sunflora and Sunkern. We have the Lord and Savior Bidoof. Barrel? Barrel. Oh, that's gonna kill me. I hate when the reason I don't get it is because I can't spell it. Hello, a dog. It's totally Eternus. Yeah, that wasn't the first, like, one of the first Gigantamaxes that we guessed. I thought it was Bear. Oh my god. I hate when the reason I'm not getting it is because I can't spell it. I think there's six Gigantamaxes that I haven't guessed yet. Oh, it was a Lapras. Okay, yeah, I got Lapras. That was the Gen 1 that I missed. Okay. I'm not gonna have Barrel on here because I can't spell it. I hate this. Alright, what are other Pokemon in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon? We have... Swirlix was in the Gen 5 games, so we have Slurpuff, so we have Spritzy... Aromatisse. Okay, I already got Sylveon. I was worried I didn't get Sylveon there for a second. And yeah. It's not backseat gaming. Yeah, I would have never gotten that. Barrel. It should be E-R-A-L. because Rel, not Rel. Bibarel? Is it Bibarel? And I'm not surprised that the Pokemon that were made to stop Dynamaxing can't Dynamax. That like makes sense to me. That does kind of funny that the box art legendaries can't use the box art feature though. I always find that kind of funny though. Okay. We have Kangaskhan, which is the other Mega I couldn't remember, which was funny because it's so fucking broken. Kangaskhan, we have Mankey, Primeape, hey, and Anaya. That Annihilate is never gonna get spelled correctly. It is Annihilate, but it'll never be spelled correctly. Okay. We've already gotten... Oh, we had... Drowsy, Hypno... Which, yes, Annihilate was never gonna get spelled correctly. That was never gonna get spelled correctly. Million years, no way. Alright, what other character? Oh, we have, Kecleon. The Kecleon brothers. Their shop in every single game. We have Cofagrigus, which is only in Gates to Infinity. Yamask. And then we have Runerigus. And then we also had Wooper, Quagsire, and my boy. Then we had your friends, which was Emolga, Dunsparce. The Dunsparce. So fucking stupid, I hate it. Oh, we had Skitty, Delcatty. Those were characters you could be. We had the Team Meanie, so coughing, wheezing, Stunky, Skuntank. And then we had Zubat, which we already got that line. What other? Let's think of, okay. So, let's try to think of Pokemon that got, let's try to think of some regional variants. So we have Diglett, Dugtrio. We had Tentacool, Tentacruel, Toadscool, and Toadscruel. And Gen 4, we already got the Persian line. We had Rattata. Nope, Rattata. Okay, Rattata. Rattata and Raticate, which makes me think of Yungoos, Gumshoes, early route rats. Other Gen 4 Pokemon, we have Vulpix and Ninetales. Okay. Yeah, the Alolan forms. Which makes me think of, like, the only other ice types, Sandshrew and Sandslash. Which then makes me think of the only technical new Pokemon for Brawler and Crabominable. And those were, like, all of the Pokemon you could find in the ice area. That was it. Gen 8, Zigzagoon, Linoon, Obstagoon, We got Coughing and Wheezing and Galarian Wheezing. We got Galarian Mr. Mime. We have Darumaka. Darmanitan. Okay. And then Gen 9 didn't add a lot of new forms. They did... Okay, so we had Applin. We had Appleton, which was one of the Gmax I forgot. Flapple. Look at this! They're the exact same thing. I hate that they did that. I wish it was a unique one for each. I don't know why they're identical. I don't remember Harley. So I got the Pokemon you've guessed right. I think you got my favorite regional. Oh, we did all the regional birds. We got Pidgeotto line, Noctowl line, Swellow line, Starly line, then Pheasant line, Talonflame line, Toucanon line, Corviknight line, and Kilowattrel line. Oh, you know what? Speaking of like, that's actually a good idea. Let's do all of the Pika clones. So we got Pikachu, we got Pichu. So then Plusle, Minun, World Champion, Pachirisu. Did we get a Molga? We already got a Molga. That's right. We did that when we did Mystery Dungeon. Gen 6, we had Dedenne. Gen 7, it's technically Togedemaru, but then Mimikyu was also added to the fray, technically. No, that's not true. Galar, we had Morpeko. And then Paldea, we had... Okay. Palmont, and then Palmy. We had a first evolution line. Muscle Minun! The regional bird for Paldea is technically Wattrel and Kilowattrel. Alright, what's the regional bug for every generation? So we did Butterfree, Beedrill. We have Lediba and Ledian. Hoenn, we have a couple. We have Nincada. We have Shedinja, Ninjask, Surskit, Masquerain. Which, for whatever reason, makes me think of the Lotad line. Okay. Ludicolo. And then Gen 4's bug line is Combee. And then it's Burmy, Wormadam, Mothim. Mimikyu joins the fray. Gen 6, the bug is Scatterbug, Spupa, Vivillon. The Alola bug. What's the bug to- Oh, yeah, that's right. It's... Vikavolt. Charjabug. Grubbin, that's the bug. And Galar, we already got it, 'cause it's got Gmax, it's the Orbeetle line. In Paldea, it's 2, Spidops and Tarountula. But then it's also Lokix. And Nimble. Which makes me also think of Dolliv, Smoliv, and Arboliva. Okay. Alright. This will be a big one. Let's try to do all of the Paradox forms. So we have Iron Bundle. We have Iron Moth. We have Scream Tail. We have Roaring Moon. We have Iron Valiant, which was that one that I was missing there. We have Jugulus. We have Iron Thorns. Iron Hands. Catch these hands. We have Sandy Shocks, which I thought was a future form because Magneton is already made of metal, so I just assumed that's what the future one was. Whoops. We have Fluttermane, the bane of all competitive people's lives. We have the past form of Volcarona, and I'm really blanking on the name, which is kind of funny. Iron, yeah. Iron Super Soaker. Yeah, Iron Super Soaker. My favorite Paldean future form. Okay. What are the Pokemon that got forms? So, Delibird. Oh, wait. I should also be saying Mischievous. That should, like, I should, like, be saying those Pokemon when I get those forms. Larvesta, Volcarona. We got the Tyranitar line already. We got the Magnemite line already. We got the Jigglypuff line already. Okay. That's a lot more Pokemon. Volcarona, yeah. Okay. What are some Pokemon that got more forms in Paldea? We have Kingambit, so we have Bisharp, so we have Pawniard, Durant, and Heatmore. I don't know why I thought of them, but I just thought of them, so we're gonna go for it. There's 2 legendaries after Keldeo, or 2 mythicals after Keldeo. And it's not the genies. Okay, what are some Pokemon in... What is Paldea Expeditions? Is that just the Pokemon that got new forms in Paldea specifically? Alright, we're at the halfway point, and we've gotten 569 Pokemon, which is pretty good. Alright. Is there any other Paradox forms that I can think of? We got the Iron Valiant, Roaring Moon... There's something in between. There's one more past form in between Sandy Shocks and Delibird. Oh my god, like, I can picture the Volcarona past form, like, perfectly. It's the bug fighting type. It stands up on its hind legs. And I just... Nothing. I'm drawing a blank at its name. And then I'm not positive if Screamtail is the one you fight if you're playing Scarlet, if that's the first Paradox form you see. Okay. What's a generation that doesn't look like it has a lot of love? Hoenn doesn't have a lot of love. Let's just start cracking knuckles and do Hoenn Pokemon. So we have Carvon... No E. Carvanha, Sharpedo. We have Wailmore and Wailord. I don't know why I thought of Hippopotas and Hippowdon. Audon. But we're not gonna forget him if we're thinking about him at that moment, so... Seedot. Nuzleaf. Which made me think of Esper and Meowstic for some reason, so we're gonna go with it. Solrock and Lunatone, which made me think of Unknown. No idea why. Which makes me think of Pokemon that you find in, like, caves. So Aron, which is one of the megas that we didn't get for Gen 3. It's Aron, Lairon, and Aggron. Forgot that one, so we got that one. And Sharpedo had a mega. Oh, so that made me think of Camerupt, so Numel. Okay, we're getting really close. We're only missing 4 megas. Something between Gardevoir and Mawile, something between Absol and Salamence, something between Rayquaza and Garchomp, something between Gallade and Greninja, so 4 more Megas. Renee, what is the Gen 3 regional bug? Is it not Masquerain and or Nincada? No, it's Wurple. I'm dumb. Okay. There's a very basic level Pokemon that I'm forgetting between There's a 2-stage evolution I'm forgetting between Swampert and Zigzagoon. The legendary aren't bothering. I didn't do the lake. I didn't do them earlier. And I don't know why I didn't do them, even when I was doing legendaries. But I, like, just didn't do them. They're so forgettable. Like, honestly, the Lake Trio is just so forgettable. Okay, what other Gen 3 Pokemon did I not show love? I'm missing one of your top 5 favorites, /J. Yeah. It'll be that way for a while till I remember what they are. So I got Plusle Mine and then the entire Swampert line. Okay, something immediately after Swampert. Let's think about leader teams. So what did Lance have? Lance ran Gyarados, Dragonite, Dragonair, and Aerodactyl. Charizard sometimes. What did Wallace land with? Feebas and Melodic. And that made me think of Clamperl, Huntail, and Gorbis, which makes me think of Love Disc. Cynthia ran... Oh, I forgot Badoo for babies. Badoo, Roselia, Roserade, Spiritomb, Gastrodon, Shellos. What other Pokemon did Cynthia use in her team? She used Lucario, Riolu got that, Garchomp got that. Bouffalant, Alder used. Bouffalant. And what else did Alder use? He's such a forgettable champion. Oh, N used Zorua and Zoroark. They also got Hisuian forms. I wasn't thinking of them. What does Diantha use? Her Pokemon are so forgettable, but Honedge made me think of Honedge, Doublade, and Aegislash. What was the first Pokemon I guessed today? It was Flygon. It was the Flygon line. We just got that right out of the way. Are there any legendaries in Paldea expeditions? I'm gonna be honest, I think it's new forms for legendaries. So, I'll say no. Paldea Expeditions is the one we have the least of. Because I'm not quite sure what the category is. I think it's Pokemon in the Paldea DLC that got extra evolutions. But I feel like it was just those 4 that got... We have... Oh, wait. Sinistea? Poltegeist. Sinistra. Poltegeist? The dumbest, stupidest thing ever was swapping the naming convention on those 2 Pokemon. Oh, we have Ogerpon. I forgot that is a legendary. Oh, I guess it counts over there. Okay. Ogerpon, I guess that's a legendary. Oh, we have, Pheasantipity? Nope. Monkey Dory. Okie dokie. And then we have Pheasantipity. Pheasantipity. You know, that one. That one's in there too. Um... Pheasant. Nope, yep, nope. It's Pheasantipity. That's the Pokemon that goes in between Ogerpon and Munkidori. Okie dokie, yeah. Yeah, because they had Okie dokie, Munkidori. It's like Okie dokie, Hunky Dory, and then they're all like naming conventions. It's kind of funny. Oh, which made me think of Poochyena. So Mightyena has been in the game for probably 20 years now, and I still can't spell its name. Mightyena. Mighty H-A-N-E-N. Yeah, Mightyena. Yep, nope. So Pheasantipity and Mightyena are the Pokemon that I'm unable to spell, but they are also on this list. Whoops. Is there a G? There is a G. Yep, nope. Never would have spelled it correctly. Mitsan. Max Mitsan. Pheasantippp. Yeah, I know it's not spelled like that. Okay, what are other Pokemon that matter in the... Oh, we have Pekarunt. Okay. Trying to think of other Pokemon that matter in the DLC. There's an A? Yeah, no, never would have spelled that correctly. Fez... Oh, it's not Fezzen, it's Fezan. Fezandipity. Fezandipity. Yeah, exactly. Pheasant. Okay. Let's look at... Alright. Let's look at some more... What's some more Gen 3 Pokemon love? Torkoal. Makes me think of... We got the Altaria line already, right? Yeah, we got the Altaria line already. Got... Tropius. We have Castform. I remembered that one. Having a stroke reading... I don't blame you. Oh. Chansey... Happiny... Lissy. That was the other baby I forgot. Any idiot can type words. Exactly. Okay, what are Pokemon in Paldea expeditions that... Oh, we have... Murkrow... Honchkrow. They're not in there, but that makes me... That's another good idea. What are Pokemon in Gen 4 that got a new evolution? So we have Mismagius, Honchkrow, Weavile, Magnezone, Electivire, Magmortar, Togekiss, which makes me think of the only fire types that are in Sinnoh, which was Ponyta. Rapidash, which got an evolution in Gen 8. Forgot that one. I really would love to finish Mega Evolution in Gigantamax. So a late stage Gen 4. Oh, we have... Audino is that one. Okay, so there's 3 more Megas. A Gen 4 Mega in between Garchomp and Rayquaza. What Gen... No, we got Lucario already. What Gen 4 Pokemon got a Mega? And then there's a Gen 3 in between Absol and Salamence, so late Dex. And then there's one in between Gardevoir and Mawile, so somewhat early Dex. It made me think of SKORU. They're not megas, but they made me think of it. That's a good idea. You know what? Gen 5 has almost no Pokemon, so let's start naming bugs. Venipede. Whirlipede. Let's see. O-P. And we have... Okay. There's plenty of other bug types in Gen 5. Oh. That made me think of the monkeys. Which one am I not? Nope. Simisear. Okay, so the monkeys. The least favorite Pokemon ever. What other Gen 5 Pokemon exist in this world? We got... Minccino, Cinccino, Munna, Sharna, Blitzel, Zebstrika. I just saw the Dex order mode. I would give up in 10 minutes. Oh, I know, it's crazy. Absolutely no way. There's some early route Pokemon 2-stage evolution between Fearow and Pikachu that I can't believe I haven't gotten yet. 2-stage evolution. It's not those, but I just thought of them as 2-stage Kanto evolutions. And it's not Meowth and Persian. Early route. And then there's another one in between Paris and Diglett. It's not Volbeat and Illumise, but I don't know why whenever I'm just, like, thinking for a second, a Pokemon pops into my head, so I just have to, like, get it down immediately the second I'm thinking about it. Okay, what are some other, Gen 5 Pokemon? Druddigon. Okay, let me try to think of other categories that I can try to name Pokemon on. So we were going through... champions, so Rockruff, Lycanroc, that'll get me 2. Let's do... What's, like, boss Pokemon in... Like, let's think of the totem Pokemon. We have Salazzle, Salandit, Araquanid, so Dewpider, which makes me think of Wimpod and Golisopod. Made me think of Turtonator for some reason. Which made me think of Mudbray and Mudsdale for some reason. Let's try to think of... regionals in Pokemon Go. Yeah, exactly. I'll know that for sure. Definitely 100%. Let's think of... What are some of... I think I've named all my favorite Pokemon at this point. Once I got Drapion. What are my... Is there like a... Okay. Unova. I feel like I should try to get more Unovan Pokemon just because there's so many of them that I'm not doing. Okay. Let me think of... Golurk and Golett. Okay. Don't know why those came to mind, but they came to mind. Let me display the Mega you're missing after Rayquaza. I know! I don't know which one it is. It has to be a Sinnoh Pokemon. And it's a Sinnoh Pokemon I haven't named yet. So it's probably in between... It's probably this one right here that I haven't gotten. And then there's the Mega in between Gardevoir and Mawile and Absol and Salamence, which would help me. If I could figure it out in Hoenn, that would be fantastic. It's one of these 4 slots right here in Hoenn, because they organize the Megas based on their dex number. So it's one of those 4 slots. So it's probably a water type. So I'm trying to think of water types that got Megas. Water or ice type. That made me think of Snorunt, Glalie, and Frostless, which made me think of Garganacl. Gargan ACL. Gargan ACL. Yep. Garganacl. Nacli. I believe what you're looking for is Mega Ludicolo. Yes, Mega Ludicolo would be a very cool Pokemon, but not as cool as Mega Flygon. Oh, that made me think of Escavalier, Carablast, Shelmet, Selgor, Seismitoad. Okay. Welcome back, Queen. Okay. Oh wait, we got one of the Megas. What was it? It was Glalie. I forgot Glalie. That was it. Okay. So it was an ice type. Cubchoo. Beartic. Glalie. Goku. Ah, yes. Goku. The strongest Pokemon ever. Okay. What region looks like it's... I really want to get these last 2 Megas. There's 2 more, so it's a Gen 4 Pokemon before Garchomp. Which, now that I'm looking at the list, could actually be quite a lot. And then it's a Gen 3 Pokemon in between Gardevoir and Mawile, which also kind of has a lot of options there. What's some early route Pokemon? What's the rock type of... Is the rock type of Gen 3 considered Aeron? I think it's Aeron. Trying to... Okay, Unova... Paldea looks like it has the least amount, so let's try to get some of the newest Pokemon on board. So... Oh, you know what? That's a good idea. What is the main Pokemon that... like... gym leaders use? So Katie use... Oh, and Revavroom. Revavroom. So stupid. Mabosstiff. Mabosstiff. Mastiff? Houndstone. Houndstone and Grievard. And then there's still Mastiff, which I can't spell, but that's in there. S-Q-U-A... Billy. Is it Mastichiff? No, it's... Mastiff? Yeah, it's not yeah. So, Mastiff, Squawkabilly, think it's like SQ walk? It's squawk. Yeah, Mastiff. And then it's Squawkabilly. Squawk. Yeah. I thought maybe. Okay. So we have Squawkabilly. Nope. Yeah. Squawkabilly. Okay. Katie uses Teddiursa, which we already got. Then you fight... Oh, Bonsley and Sudowoodo. Okay. Because that's what Brassius uses. Then you fight Iono, who uses Mismagius, which you already got. Then you fight Volton Veluza, which makes me think of Tatsugiri Dondozo. I forgot about Great Tusk and Iron Treads. I think I'm missing 2 Paradox Pokemon, and I think they're all past forms. Slitherwing? Finally, I got that one! I knew it was right on the tip of my tongue for so long. It's Slitherwing. And then there's one more form that I'm missing between Screamtail and Fluttermane. It's one of the early past Paradox forms you face. Okay. So then after Kofu, you fight Larry, who uses Unpheasant. Always. Your 6th gym leader is Crucia, who uses an Altaria. Oh, but then he has Toddle and Satitan. Okay. And there's one more Paradox form that I don't have. Slitherwing. Trying to think of more Gen 5 Pokemon, because there's definitely a lot of really good ones that I'm not thinking of at the moment. Which is funny, because Black and White just came out, so I really should just, like, know all of these. Trying to think of Pokemon whose cards are coming out that I was interested in, but I think I got all those already. And Galar is also missing quite a bit. And Galar, some Gen 3, Gen 4, and Gen 8 would be helpful, because that would fill out Mega Evolution. What is a Hoenn Pokemon in between Gardevoir and Mawile that I haven't gotten? That would be like somewhat early game Slakoth, Vigoroth, Slaking. Alright, that took 3 off the board, but obviously none of those have Megas. Slaking with a Mega would be terrifying. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to get 300 Pokemon in 30 minutes, but I'm pretty happy that we got 75% of it, more or less. If I could finish Mega Evolution Gigantamax, I'd be very happy. And Hisui. What am I forgetting from Hisui? Oh, it's not a Hisuian Pokemon, but Rotom was that one that I was missing. Tangela and Tangrowth. Okay, let's think of Pokemon that are on, like, Seviper and Zangoose. They're a little later down, but I'm glad we got those. No, not Temple. Tynamo E-E-L-E-K trick. E-E-L-E-K Tross. Okay. Which makes me think of Clink, Clang, and Clink, Clang. Have you guessed Pikachu? Yes, we did get the Pikachu line. We got that one. There is something in between Fearow and Pikachu that I'm blanking on. Early Gen 1 route Pokemon. I feel like it's a normal type, and it's not Rattata and Raticate. Yeah, that one is pretty forgettable. Pikachu. We got that one 10 minutes ago. That one took a while to remember. Oh. Calyrex. Shadow. Oh, wait. Spectrier. Glastrier. Okay, so we don't need to do Shadow Rider Calyrex, Ice Rider Calyrex, so those are there, alright, so those late too. Okay. Alright, we still are missing those 2 Megas, that's gonna kill me. I hate that. And we're missing those 3 Gigantamaxes, in between Centiskorch and Duraludon, which is like the entire frickin' dex. Okay. What Gigantamax forms does the gym leader use? So Milo uses Eldegoss, which isn't a Gigantamax. Then Nessa uses... Oh wait, Stone... Stone. Phalanx. Made me think of those two. Stonejourner. Best Boy, Snom, Frostmoth, Pincurchin, which makes me think of Yukumuku. I can't believe I spelled that right. Bruxish. Marini, Toxapex, Beware, Stuffle, Surfetched, Farfetched. Watch out. One of the Megas is plus on, the other is Minun. I'm not gonna take a ton. Okay. Alright, let's start thinking of Pokemon from the anime. So who's got... So we have Nosepass, Probopass. Okay, what are the Pokemon that are main characters used in the current anime? So we have Charcadet, Ceruledge, Armaroke. We have Fuecoco, Kilowattrel, Lucario, Quaxley, Tinka and Tinkaton. Which makes me think of Spethra and Flittle, the weirdest freaking evolution of, like, all Pokemon. Oh, that's Gen 9. What did, we have... Okay, who did Ash use in Gen 1? My favorite instance on the field. Yeah, Bouffalant we got, Staraptor we got. Okay. Oh, what did... Hawlucha. Noibat. Noivern. Okay. All of a sudden, Gen 9 got really filled in. Mostly. Unova is still empty, which is really funny, because I like Unova. I like Unova more than I like Kanto sometimes, and Kanto's more filled in. It's kind of funny to think about. The 2 Megas and the 4 Gigantamax forms are killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. Alright. What, so... Okay, Baltoy and Claydol. I'm glad I got those. Okay. Let's take a look. So, between... Oh! Grimmsnarl. Morgrem. Impidimp. Hatterene. Hatchram. Hatena. Okay, so now that's 2 more. So that means there's something between Grimmsnarl and Duraludon. Candace a well-done burger and Unova's medium rare. Yes, exactly. Okay. So if I can get the Gigantamaxes and the Mega Evolutions, that's really good. I'd honestly like to focus those. So a Pokemon between Grimmsnarl and Duraludon. So... I feel like each... Okay. So... trying to think, what are the gym leader ones? So, the rock guy, whose name is so forgettable. Raihan uses Duraludon. I don't play Unite, so that won't help me at all, honestly. Let me do all the Pokemon Cafe Remix Pokemon. I'm just kidding. That would help me even less. Oh, the one between the Megas are really killing me. I should really know my Megas. Something between Gardevoir and Mawile. Early route Pokemon. It's probably something a gym leader had in the past. And it's... And then something between Swellow and Curlia I should really know. Early route. It's not the normal type. It's not the bugs. It's not the grass water. It's a 2-stage evolution. The last 2 Maxes Unite? Oh, of course it is. I'm never gonna get it from that, though. And then something between so the Duraludon one... It's gotta be a special one, because Duraludon and Eternatus, we've guessed all the Pokemon in between, and it's none of those. And it's not Meltan. I mean Melmetal. It is Gen 8, though. Alright, the 1 Mega between Rayquaza and Garchomp. It's probably a Mega I've either used a million times before or I've never used before. There's no in between. I feel really bad about Unova. I really thought I would have gotten more Unovan Pokemon. Maybe they really just are that forgettable unless you're looking at them. Then you're like, oh yeah, that's cool. Like, Litwick, Lampet, Chandelure. Late stage ghost types. What's the Gen 5 rat? Oh! Watchog, Patrat. There's the Gen 5 rats. Yeah, the last G-Max is just a forgettable Pokemon. Let's add in the queen of forgettable Pokemon, Maractus. The problem is that if I did Shadows, I'd finish this board as fast as I could type it. Because it's harder to remember Pokemon from no word bank and memory, rather than, like, recall is so much harder than, like, remembering. Okay. There's a lot of Gen 6 Pokemon I think I'm kind of, like, not really remembering too. Alright, let's move on. So, Johto. What is the... Oh, wait. I had to do Carbink earlier. Alright. I was hoping I'd finish at least one generation, but I think I got, like, a majority of them, which is pretty good. Like, I think I got over 50% in every generation except for Unova. Which is really funny. There's two after Keldeo that I'm, like, completely not thinking of. They must be very forgettable. It's probably some kind of mythicals that were, like, distribution only that I'm not thinking of. I'm gonna beat myself up for... I am gonna beat myself up if I can't get it in 20 minutes. We have 2 Gigantamaxes and 2 Mega Evolutions left. You know what? If like, I'm gonna, like, force myself to have to put it on my ZA team if it's something that I actually like using. It's clearly not something I like using. Because I would have remembered it. Gen 3 Pokemon. Like, what's some Gen 3 Pokemon that I haven't named yet? Let's go to, like, let's look at, like, the different areas. So we got all of the early route Pokemon up to Swellow. There's an early route Pokemon in between Swellow and Ralts. And Ralts is like 280. So it's something really early. Gen 2 is tough too. Because it's a lot of just, like, leftovers from Gen 1. And I have no connection to Gen 2 whatsoever. You just don't get it right away. Oh, come on. I'm not that bad. Maybe if I ever do this again, I turn on Twitch chat input. That'd be funny. Okay. What are some Hisuian Pokemon that got added that I didn't give any love to? So, we had the bosses, Kleavor, Lilligant, Arcanine, Voltorb, and Avalugg. And then we had the riding Pokemon, Weirdeer, Stantler, which makes me think of Floatzel and Weasel, which makes me think of Gliscor and Gligar. Which is none of the Pokemon that were on that list. Oh, we have Bronzor and Bronzong. Which, don't ask me why I remember those, but I remembered those. Maybe because I have a nice shiny. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's think of Pokemon that have really good shinies. So who's got shinies that haven't been mentioned? Hoitzer, Clauncher, Dragalge, and Skrelp all have nice shinies. Wooloo and Dubwool. Well, Wooloo in particular has a really nice shiny. What are shinies that I just went after? I think I already did the ones I recently hunted. Oh, we have... Overquill and Quillfish. Those had good shinies. The Overquill specifically has a nice shiny. Quillfish regular does not. What are shinies that I like that people typically don't like? I already got Dragonite, I already got Espeon, I already got... There's some really good shinies. I already got Spiritomb, but yeah, Spiritomb's got a really good shiny too. Well, it's got a good shiny. It's got an okay shiny. Definitely Gimmighoul. Yeah, Gimmighoul with the worst shiny in fucking existence. That's a good one. What are some real... Oh, wait. Maryland Crab has a really good shiny. I can't believe I didn't think of Maryland Crab. I've been hunting it for so damn long. Furfrou has a really good shiny. A really good shiny. Definitely Golden Comb. It's a shame it does not. Or, Flabebe, Floette. Doesn't have a good shiny, but I was just thinking of it. Okay. Okay, what are, like, some representatives of, like, each type? So, what are some representatives of, like, the grass type? Like, what are what are grass types from each generation I think of? So for Kanto, we obviously have Bulbasaur, we have the Gloom line, we have Bellsprout, Weepinbell, and Victreebel. We already got Paris and Parasect. Okay, what about fire types? So we have the Charizard line. Oh, we have Slugma and Magcargo. Fire type Pokemon. You have the Magmar line, Moltres. We have Torkoal. Typhlosion line. We have Blaziken, Camerupt, Torkoal. What are some water types? In Gen 1, there's a lot. We have the starter, we have Psyduck, we have Goldeen, we have Seadra, Starmie, Lapras, Vaporeon, Magikarp, Mantine, Wailmer. I already got Para and Paragroot. I know, yeah, we got Para and Paragroot. Oh, I got 13 minutes to try to get these... I really want to end with Mega Evolution and Gigantamax. Like, I really want to get those. The Gigantamax Pokemon between Grimmsnarl and Copperajah. There really isn't a lot of... Oh, wait, Berserker. Okay, we got that one. Meowth. Not a Gigantamax, but we got that one. Meowth got so many forms for some reason. Let's think of ghost types. Phantom, Trevenant, Pumpkaboo, Gourgeist. There's something between Diancie and Volcanion, which is probably a... And I already got Zygarde. We got XYZ, Diancie, Volcanion... You know, I think every legendary and mythical has gotten their own movie at this point. And the question is on whether... Oh! Genesect. Okay, that's a Gen 5 legendary I wasn't thinking about. Genesect. There's probably one more legendary. There's one more legendary between Keldeo and Genesect, and then one more between Diancie and Volcanion. And then I'm pretty confident I got all the legendaries. Except for the one Paradox form, but that's not legendary. Then there's 2 more Hisuian forms that I haven't gotten yet. It would probably be somewhere in the 4th area. Because Arcanine is the 3rd area. The boss there. The 4th area boss is Voltorb. And it's the Crimson Mirelands... Or not the Crimson Mirelands, the Coronet area. Alright. Final 10 minutes. If I can get 800 by 10 minutes and get an 80%, like, and do that, that'd be really cool. Okay, what's some Alola Pokemon? Oh wait, Ditto I never did. There's that one that was missing. Okay, so we got Ditto. Okay. Man, I need to give Gen 5 some love, like, for seriousness. I need to give Megas some love. Holy shit. What are these last 4? These last 4 Mega and Gigantamax forms. Something between Gardevoir and Mawile. It is an early route Pokemon. And it's not Absol. It's not Gardevoir and it's not Mawile. It's a Pokemon that's probably... Pokemon that are probably very forgettable and I probably don't like. I think it's... Something that is... Oh my god. Gotta be a Pokemon that, like, nobody ever uses. Probably something that needed a Mega Form and then got it. I like how they count Ash Greninja as a Mega Form. And then something in Gen 4 between Rayquaza and Garchomp. Oh, Drifloon, Drifblim, Glameow, Purugly. There's a single... Just mid. On the other side of the solo battle kept flipping tails in the sleep check. To which game? Yay! I love when that happens. A mid-tier Mega Evolution. Mid-tier Mega Evolution and bad-tier Mega Evolution. Yeah, Ash Greninja is like an alternate form. I guess it's technically a Mega, but it's not, because you need a special ability to activate it, which is more like Mega Rayquaza. You know what's gonna be funny is this will probably be one of the Megas I mentioned to Ninja when we were talking the other day about how, like, Dragonite kind of fits in with the Megas, because it just had a couple things changed and not a ton. And I already got Camerupt and Sharpedo. Somebody has to have, like... There has to be, like, somebody who probably would have benefited from using this Mega, but nobody ever does. Like, one of the final bosses would have benefited from using this. Oh, I don't even know its type. I'm completely right about that son of a bitch! What were the Megas I was talking about, where they just... I was saying, like, a lot of Megas just add things to it. I think I said Aerodactyl. I said Aerodactyl and we got that one. This is from that conversation. See, you know I remember them at some point. When I'm not forced to remember them, I remember them. What's a mega that's like kind of mid-tier bad? Like its design isn't very, it doesn't have a very good mega design. We already got Scizor. I don't actually like Scizor's design as a mega. I don't know why that one came to me first. And I already got Garchomp, of course. I don't like its mega design. Gen 3 megas. I think of all the ones that I've put down. And apparently one that I mentioned earlier, but I'm now forgetting. No, I don't want to give hints. I want to see if I can do it. I mean, if I don't get them by the end, you can tell me. But I want to try for the next 5 minutes. I want to try to get one more Pokemon on the board, for God's sakes. What's a Pokemon that I haven't named yet? Like, what's a... Gen 5 is still the worst gen, apparently, for my remembering. Holy shit, why can't I think of any fucking Gen 5 Pokemon? It's really funny. They're so forgettable, yet so memorable. Sandile, Croc, Crocodile. Why is it Crocodile? Okay. Double Crustle. Okay. There's so many hints for that second mega. Yeah, I'm sure there is. But hey, we made it over 804, so what is my, what's my percentage rate? What would I get on this exam? 1,000, wait, whoops. A 78? You know what? C's get degrees, I'd be happy with that. I'm at Googlef. Yeah, 78. It'd be close to 80. Alright. I feel like... Okay. At 2 minutes, I'll put on the shadows. I'll give myself a minute to try to get any better on my score. Because right now I'm at 78% with absolutely no help, hints, or whatsoever. Gotta think of, like... We'll speed run it once I'm at 2 minutes. Trying to think of... Oh, wait, Frillish... Jellicent... Don't ask me why. Alright, so I ended with 806 without any help whatsoever. So now let me turn on shadows for the last 2 minutes. I forgot okay. Lopunny! Yeah, no, I would have never gotten it. Nope. Lopunny. I'll be honest, I can't even see what it is. Oh, I forgot Wingull. That one's pretty bad. Your Wingull Pelipper. Oh, Alcremie. Milcery. I can't even see the other one. Okay. I can't even see the one between Duraludon and Eternatus. And I can't even see the one in between Gardevoir and Mawile, but can I see it up here? Whismur, Loudred, Explode. Oh, Sableye! Never. Never. That was the one. But yeah, no, never. Okay, let's look through the Pokemon here. Oh, I forgot Squovet. That was the rat. Evil. Nope. Okay. Okay, so I ended up getting all the Mega Evolutions. What is the... Oh, Meloetta. That's the last legendary I forgot. And Hoopa. Again, useless, like, boring legendaries. Alright, before we end off, what's that last Gigantamax? I don't actually see it. It's not Grapple-Locked, it's not Thievul, it's not Boltund, it's not Stunfisk, it's not... Oh, it's Urshifu. Oh god, yeah, no, didn't even... Urshifu is actually strong. Oh, Celesteela is the other one I forgot. Necrozma, Marshadow I forgot. What is the last Paradox I forgot? I forgot Terapagos. Oh, and I forgot all of the, I completely forgot all of the ones they added in Paldea, the random forms they added. Oof, I could have totally gotten those if I remembered they existed. Thank you so very much for coming out. We got a 78% in total, so I would say that's not too bad in 2 hours with absolutely no memory or key or hints whatsoever on that. Thank you guys so very much for coming out. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing on the YouTube channel. Or if you'd like to catch me live, make sure to follow in at twitch.tv/EmeraldSace. Thank you guys so much for joining, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!